Hi, thanks so much for joining me for my March haul and favorites. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. My first favorite of the month is you, because this month we reached 5,000 subscribers. And I know there are a lot of YouTube channels you could be watching, so I appreciate every view, every subscriber, every comment you leave. I really do appreciate it. So special thanks to my husband, who actually had a big hand in me starting my channel. He bought me the lights and the equipment to start. And he's there for me on the weekends when I go missing for a few hours to film videos and to edit. So he's been very patient with this whole process. So special thank you to him and to all my family members who continue to give me feedback on my channel. Thank you again so much for your time and your kindness. And I really do take your feedback in and adjust based on what you're asking of me or any suggestions you can give me to improve the channel. I did hear you loud and clear about some drugstore items. I'm actually going to go right after this to the drugstore to pick up some of those things to try out for you. I know not everyone has a budget for luxury makeup, so that is another thing that's coming. I want to kind of expand a little bit more this year in terms of including those things, because there are good things at the drugstore. I just personally prefer luxury makeup just for the experience of it, but I know there are good products there too. So let's go ahead and get into some of the things that I picked up, starting with the Charlotte Tilbury palette, the Icon palette. I am late to the game on this. I ordered it pretty much when they released it, but I actually haven't used it that much. I played with it a couple days ago just to see, but I had so many other new products that I was playing with that I wanted to try. So I'll be going through this. I know so many people have gone through, Justine Louise, I know you're one of them, who's gone through every one and done a look with it. I don't know if I'm gonna go through it that way or just kind of mix it up. If you have a preference, let me know. I'm sure you've seen tons of videos on this already, but I'm excited to give it a real try. This month I'll be doing that. So again, let me know the format, how you want to see that done. And also let me know if you're tired of seeing it, because I won't feature it that much if you've already been saturated with that kind of content, so just let me know. The next thing I picked up, oh gosh, it already doesn't look new anymore, but the Marc Jacobs primer for our eyelashes, the Prime Velvet Primer. And I got this because I love the Dior one, but I thought I'd try it because it was new, and I thought I should try some new things because I do tend to repeat things that I love, but I also know I need to try some new things. So I got this instead of the Dior. So working on kind of getting my mind wrapped around how much I like this. So you'll be hearing more about this. You've probably seen it already in a couple of videos, but it is my daily right now. So I'm just getting used to it and trying to really figure out the best way to use it. It's so far a very nice one. It goes on a little bit thick, so just depending on how you apply it, you can control it. I mean, look at how much product is on that brush. And I think the Dior one has a plastic brush. This is more like a bristly kind of brush, so it picks up a lot of product pretty easily, so you just have to be careful with the application of it. So if you've been here, you saw that I got some Clé de Peau samples. I think I got almost all of their skincare sample sizes. And one of the things that really stood out to me enough to purchase was the concentrated brightening serum. So I've been happy with this so far. I used a little tester bottle, just a little bottle of it, and that probably lasted about a week or two, and then I decided to invest. So this is my brightening serum, both evening and a morning. I'm just gonna use a little bit because it's quite pricey. It's a nice serum consistency going on. I'm gonna say I've gotten more brightening from this than any other brightening serum that I've had, which is why I invested in it. So really liking this. That's also one of those products that when I stopped using it, I noticed there was a difference, and that is kind of my litmus test on if skincare really is effective on me or not. Oh, I also picked up the Radiant Fluid Foundation, another tester item that I was using that I really liked, SPF 24, and I got this one in 040 or 040. It doesn't look like it would be the best match. In fact, it looks a little bit too cool toned, but once it goes onto my skin, it looks really pretty. So I know there was a request to do a full Clé de Peau face tutorial or a demo, and I do have a primer, oh, which is in here too. So I've got this, I've got the primer, I've got concealer, and the eye brightening pen thing. But I really tried to find a powder. I wasn't necessarily interested in the translucent powder, but I looked at the powder foundation. I could not find a match, so It might be everything but powder, but I'll definitely do that. And this is the Sheer Fluid Veil that I talked about before, and it has become a favorite of mine. I've been using it, especially in the evening, even though it has SPF 21. It's really nice for an evening primer when I'm not wearing the Color Science Even Up underneath. Since we're talking about Clé de Peau, I promise this is not all Clé de Peau. I just wanted to mention that 309 has been a favorite of mine. I've been loving using this. I think it's just so pretty, especially on brown eyes. Cannot recommend it highly enough. So no creasing, just a really pretty color. Here it is, quick swatch. I have a dedicated video using my Clé de Peau products. If you'd like to see that, I'll link it below. Also, another thing, Legend 103. And what I love about this most is not just the color it provides, and I have this layered with something else that I'm going to talk about in a moment, but what this does is it makes my complexion look a little bit more radiant. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this that affects the whole look of my makeup, including the makeup on my face. It looks brighter, it looks more even toned. It's a very interesting effect it has on the overall look. So not just on the lips, but it affects the entire complexion. So I don't know, like I said, what is in here that does that. But if you tried it and you've had the same effect, let me know, because I'm just so happy with my makeup anytime I wear this, especially my skin makeup. So I don't just look at, oh, this is a pretty lip color. I look at the overall look and it just looks so radiant. So let me know what you think if you've tried this. By the way, I do have this on with the Marc Jacobs Just Peachy 504, this one. So I wear them together in case I want to tone it down. Like this is a peach colored top, so I wanted to bring it down a little bit so it's not as reddish, but a little bit warmer and softer. So I'll put this on top to do that. So these two together are really pretty. Let me just swatch that for you as well. So here's Just Peachy. It's gotten mixed up a little bit with the 103, but there it is. So those two together are what I have on right now. I have some Clé de Peau, no, I'm done talking about Clé de Peau. Moving on, I have Laura Mercier. So I think I posted this on Instagram, and this is a really pretty looking item, I'm gonna say, in the packaging. It's the Riviera Sun-Kissed Veil. It smells like vacation. It smells like that smell when you're by the pool or at the beach. It smells kind of like that coconutty sunscreen. I'm gonna swatch it here because even though it looks like it's pretty deep, it is barely visible on my skin, even on my arm here. And I will be using that in an upcoming video featuring Laura Mercier. So I have some more Laura Mercier in here that I'm gonna share with you. It looks like they are rebranding, reigniting their brand almost, with some new lettering, like their font is different now. This is one of the new ones, and this is an older one, so you can kind of see the difference between the way the Laura Mercier looks on there. So I picked up a Caviar stick eye color, actually a couple. So this is the story and why I ended up with this. I saw this beautiful peacock shade. This is not new, but it's got a nice beautiful iridescence about it. And then I saw this color and I thought, how pretty would those be together? This is new. This is a matte and it's in Azure. So it really reminds me of like oil paints, the blue color. I don't know the number of that oil paint, but it has the same quality about it where it's, when it's sheared out, you can see a little bit of a green tone in there. Really pretty. So I'm also going to use that in that video. And of course I picked up another copper, my favorite Laura Mercier stick. I didn't pick up the Intense. I know there's a different one. It has a little bit more chunky particles in there, but this is the original copper, which you can see has that metallic sheen about it, which is unlike any other metallic eye product I've seen. Speaking of metallic eye products by Laura Mercier, I did pick up two of these Caviar Chrome Veils. They are in Night Sky and Gilded Fresco, and I'll swatch those for you. If you follow me on Instagram, whenever I buy something, I try to just show you right away what it is. So if it's something interesting, you'll see before I come out with a video that it's either available or something to watch out for. Now, I did wear these once. There they are. So these are really beautiful. I did wear them to an event. I got a lot of compliments on it, but I may or may not have had a reaction to these. I'm not quite sure because I'm waiting for a couple days where I don't really have to go out to test it again. They looked so pretty on. I don't get this effect from anything else, but I need to make sure I don't have a reaction to it. So I'm gonna test these out a little bit more before I say for sure if that was it or if it was something else I had in my eyes. But let me know if you've experienced anything with these at all yet or tried them, because I'd like to know. I kind of tried to look up to see if anyone else had that experience. I didn't see anything yet, but they are just really pretty. Yeah, but I may be allergic to something in here. I don't know. I picked up something that I'd used before from them when I was really initially dealing with hyperpigmentation right on my upper lip. It's the Secret Camouflage SC4. There's nothing wrong with this, and I don't know why I stopped using it. I think just because other things come on the market, but this does an excellent job of color correcting and concealing at the same time. So you don't have to be mixing things together. And I have it on right now, so I'm gonna let you know how the wear is, but it's that drier consistency. Here's the lighter shade of that. So you can mix them together, although I don't. I just really use this side of it. Very nice, very solid tool from her that, yeah, it performs just as well as it did before when I used it. So happy to have that back in my life. And then I picked up this Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes in 2. So there is a translucent or lighter version of this, and then they also come in a loose version, but this one was the one that was recommended to me by the associate at the counter. So I've been really happy with this one. It has a very nice finish on it for under the eyes. So if you were interested, for some reason I've never even known about this. I don't know why, but I love it. One more thing from Laura Mercier is this lip palette. It's a velour lip powder in New York, and I've already used it a little bit. You're supposed to put this on first. There should be no color in there, but you put this on first and then you dab this onto the lips, and I'll just swatch really quickly for you. There's the orangey color, the pink color, orange, or it's like a poppy, the pink, and then this other color. It's like a warm rose color. So that's another thing I will be using in the upcoming video. And one more Clé de Peau thing, sorry. It's the Cream Solo in 307, and I used this in one of my latest videos. Really nice. It's like a sooty black color, because I couldn't really figure out what the color was, but yeah, that's a really good description of it, because it's like a black, but it's also got like a sooty gray quality to it. But it also was mistaken for navy, so by me, I mistook it for navy as well, so it kind of like travels around in all of those areas depending on what you put it with. So I love that, just to intensify the corners. A couple of items I think I showed this on Instagram that it was available. So I love Travel Solutions. I love that Anya Hindmark or Anya Hindmarch. Let me know which one it is. But there's that little travel case. It's like double-sided, but it also is very pricey, I think, for what it is. So Space NK came out with one that was like a single level one, which I really like, but then I saw this and I was like, ooh, that's a dupe for that other one, the very expensive one. So this is by BEIS, B-E-I-S, with a accent on the E. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it is a double-sided travel type thing, and inside is a little mirror right in here. So it sits in the front, so you'll always have a mirror, whether you bring a compact that has a mirror or not, although I'm not sure about the sturdy, like I can see myself breaking this, but it props up like that, which is nice for travel. And then here's the bag, and just looking in here is the reason why I decided to go with that Charlotte Tilbury palette. Isn't that so funny? This little Charlotte Tilbury, the Charlotte Tilbury powder, the Airbrush Flawless Finish in 2 medium. Look how little it is. It's so cute with a mirror in there. That's really, I think, why I ended up getting that Charlotte Tilbury palette, because it was like a something at Sephora. I can't remember, but I ordered it from Sephora. So this is the case, though. It says let's go and we're here. So let's go is like your in-flight stuff and we're here is for when you arrive. So in here I would put things like hand sanitizer, lotion, those kinds of things. And it does my favorite thing that I want travel cases to do, which is it opens up, oh gosh, which is that it opens up all the way. So as long as it does that, I'm very happy. I think I should have gone with the black because I can see this getting really messy really quickly, but thought I'd try something different. I ordered this from Nordstrom and I believe this is a Shea Mitchell's involved somehow, collaboration or something like that. But here's the other side. So I think that's a really nice solution. I've got some domestic and international travel coming up, so I'm gonna be taking that with me. And then this is a really nice organizer because I like my headphones and my phone and charger and everything to be in one place, and my ticket and my passport. So this is a nice organizer because I don't like rummaging around. If I just pull this out and know everything's in here, then that helps. So I picked this up as well. Finally, a fashion favorite. This dress, I know you can't see it, but I'll stand up. It's from Anthropologie. I didn't know anything about the brand. I think it's new, maybe from Brazil, I'm gonna say. It has that wrap style, so it's very slimming in terms of the diagonal lines, and then also the structure of it's really good. There's a button on the inside in terms of holding it together in case for some reason the tie comes apart. I haven't had that issue, but it's a nice little safety in there in case. And then there's a hook in the front so it doesn't open up too wide, although you can put something like a cami if you're not sure about how deep it goes. And that's it. So thank you again so much for coming back week after week after week and subscribing and letting me know what you want to see and what you like and maybe what I should improve. Really appreciate the time it takes to do that. So again, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. I don't know how to describe this color, but it's like a brick color, maybe? I'm not good. What is this?